Hi, everybody. Welcome. Second quarterfinal matchup. This one between Enterprise State and Reid State. A couple of teams that have met twice in the regular season, and a bucket separated one another in each of the games. Enterprise State winning one, Reid State winning the other. And your opening tip rolls out of bounds, and let's see who will be in possession. Got a 4 and 5 seed battling for the last remaining spot in the semifinals. There were 2 open spots coming in. One of those spots now occupied by MMI, Marion Military, defeating Chat Valley by a 60-50 final in the first of 2 quarterfinals. And the other one will be determined here. Reid State and Enterprise State. Enterprise State coming in as the 4 seed. They are 10 and 6 in conference play. Reid State 9 and 7, and they are the 5 seed. And you got a shot clock violation. Reid State with Keontae Williams, Tyler Mallory, Jonathan Dudley, also Vasi Prophet on the floor. And the lone remaining starter is Jamarian Williams. Meanwhile, for Enterprise State, Justin Miles, Tariq Rouse. We've got Braylon Jones, Xavier Womack, and Tynell Jones Jr. So those are your starters for both. And let's see if this game begins kind of like the prior game. In the matchup between MMI and Chat Valley, it took about 3 minutes to get some points on the board. Team's getting a feel for the new environment. Dropped in by Jones. And your first points in this one belong to the Boll Weevils. Both teams making the trip up from the southern part of the state. Reid State and Evergreen, Enterprise State, obviously, in Enterprise, Alabama. Here at the University of Montevallo, which is hosting this year's D2 1 year ago. We weren't playing this, the quarterfinals. 1 year ago, it was the semis and the championship only at Bishop State. But this year, you've got a quarterfinal matchup on the men's side. Or if there was a quarterfinal last year, it was played at the host team's site, which would be the higher of the 2 seeds. So this year, you got the quarterfinals here, as well as tomorrow, 4 games, 2 ladies semifinal matchups, and 2 men's semifinals. As Prophet, the Orlando product, will go to the line shooting. Try and draw the Lions to within 1. And as I mentioned in the prior game, none of what happened previously matters. Doesn't matter how many games you've won or lost. What your seeding is, you're here. So there's an opportunity to move on. Off the rim with a Jones 3. Rebounded by Rouse, and Rouse drops it in. Pushes it out to a 4-point Enterprise State lead. Love the facility here at the University of Montevallo. But there are windows, as you can see, in some natural light. A little bit of a glare there on the floor. But that's probably going to be with us until nightfall. Or until that sun bends another direction. Give it over to Prophet. And you got a foul called. It'll be of the offensive variety. Charge to Reid State coming in with a below 500 overall mark at 10 and 18. Enterprise State Sporting at just over 500 at 13-12. Top two seeds have the day off. Got to buy in the quarterfinal round. Coastal Alabama North is here. And Sneed State probably comes up tomorrow. I would think, since Boaz is probably, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half drive, possibly 2. They make the trip a little bit later. Coastal Alabama North with about a 4-hour drive. Made the trip earlier today. Given to Mallory. Mallory with the drive. Spin move in the paint. Feeds over to Williams. Williams. Shot tipped out of bounds. Got iron. And thus a new 30-second clock. Did not violate the shot clock. And it'll be Reid State basketball brought in from the baseline. Off with a Mallory 3. Rebounded by Williams. Into the paint. Runs into some strong Xavier Womack defense. Back over to Mallory. Feeds into the paint. Off the window. Wouldn't drop. There is a whistle. And there is a foul. And that's got us to the game's first media timeout. 15:47 to play here in half number 1. And the Boll Weevils with a 7-point lead. Just about all White Jones County. Diving catches shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it. .47 to play, half number 1, 9-2 Enterprise State lead. At the line shooting is Jamarian Williams, the Leesburg, Florida product, 6'9" freshman. Got a couple of Williams on the team for Reid State. I would assume no relation. One from Leesburg, Florida, the other from Lubbock, Texas. Of course, that doesn't mean they're not kin, but reduces the odds. 3-pointer from Profit, no good. Into the corner, Justin Miles missing on the 3 try. Rebounded by Williams. That is Profit in the paint. And there will be a foul, sending Profit to the line. Check that. Official says not in the act of shooting. So the 75% free throw shooter Profit might have a chance later, but not now. Off the window for Williams. Lean in with a one-hander and tipped in and out for Jones. Profit coming up with a loose ball. From the corner, 3-pointer, Jonathan Dudley from nearby Birmingham, Alabama. making it a 1-point ball game as we get inside. 15 to play in half one. Missed from the charity stripes by Rouse. Profit with the board, takes it to the other end of the floor. Reid State with an opportunity to grab the lead off the glass. Profit the bucket. It will count. He'll go to the stripe with a chance for three. Well, I mentioned these two teams met twice during the regular season. And in both instances, it was a 2-point finish. Enterprise State winning at home by an 84-83. So check that, 1-point finish there. Reid State winning on their home floor by 2. A little strong with a jumper from Jones. Battle for the loose ball, bodies all over the floor. And let's see what we eventually get. A foul. And it'll be committed by Rouse. So it will be put in play from the far sidelines by Reid State, given to Mallory. Hand off to Mallory, coming out of the corner, the Greenville, Alabama product, which likely means he was playing his basketball at the prep level for the Tigers of Greenville High School. Although there is a private school there in Greenville, too. Off the glass for 2 from Burton. Nicholas Burton checking into the game. Knots us up at 11. Mallory with a miss. Relis giving over to Burton. Burton with the drive. Kicked out. Three-pointer, Jones. And the Boll Weevils picking up the personal brought in from the far baseline by Jamarian Williams. A freshman-dominated Reid State squad, just a couple of sophomores. The rest freshmen. Reid State, the newest, I guess you might say, to athletics in the ACCC. I'm kind of hesitant to say that's absolutely accurate. But they're one of the youngins. Aaron Brown into the game, another one of the sophomores, one of only 2 sophomores for this Reid State squad, and they both happen to be on the floor as we speak. Let's go to the break at the 12:32 mark. All knotted up at 11. And the way these two teams have played one another over the course of the year, heck, why not be tied? I'm not sure about the gentleman, but the young lady is part of the staff here that has helped make it possible that we sit and watch the game from mid-court. And any and everything we have needed, they have provided. Reid State by 2 coming out of the timeout. Drive by Burton. And the follow-up. Knots it up at 13. Rouse going the other way with it. Trying to give the lead to the Boll Weevils. Into the paint, over to Rouse. Rouse with the perimeter, 2. Just a tad off the mark. Rebound wrapped up by Dudley. Not quite halfway through the half. All from the 3 try, bodies on the floor. Foul committed. Let's see which committed the personal. Looks like it's going to be the guy wearing white, Rouse. Picking up the foul at the 11:40 mark. And like the prior timeout, we are knotted up. That time at 11. Well, there you see where we're at the 11:40 mark.
Some travel ball, you've shared the videos. Mom and dad can only root so much. It's time to get real interest from the colleges and scouts in your area, right where you live. That's why the Showcase Series is different. We're not just another tournament, we're an advancement event where you get real-time exposure with live TV coverage of our games that get you seen directly by the coaches you want to impress from anywhere in the world. Register for events at showcaseseries.org. It's your turn at bat.
$13 apiece, Reid State, Enterprise State, 11:40 to go in the half. Coming up at halftime, a conversation with Dean Myrick, the commissioner of the ACCC. We caught up with him just literally minutes before the tip of the first game. And we'll have that conversation coming up at halftime. That is Nakeem Gaynor, who has checked into the game. A Mariana product. Talking about Mariana, Florida. Over in Jackson County. Got a lot of sports going on elsewhere. Let's get you updated on games that have been played. Bishop State knocking off Coastal Alabama North in baseball, 4-3. Softball, Coastal South beats Meridian College 2-0. LBW has just knocked off Wallace Selma 7-4. As that is jammed in by Womack. Picked up the personal 2. And of course in the game that preceded this, MMI 60-50 winners over Chat Valley. Trying to get the putback, Jones. Burton with the board, and let's see what the whistle's about. Apparently got a Keontae Williams push. And he'll pick up his second personal. Reid State almost caught off guard. They were in a little huddle when the ball was put in play. Into the paint, trying to bank it off the window. Burton a little too strong with it. Mallory to Williams. Hand it over to Prophet. Williams coming out of the game. Checking in from Reid State is Avon Tree Kostick. Kostick, a 6'6" freshman from Excel, Alabama. That is where NFL Hall of Famer Leroy Jordan played his high school football, which I dare say was a lengthy time before Avon Tree Kostick played his basketball there. I think Leroy Jordan left Excel like in the 50s. Played in Alabama in the late 50s and for the Dallas Cowboys in the 60s and 70s. Brian Hill knocking it down from the corner. And Enterprise State with a 3-point lead. Just about halfway through. Half number one. Still got another half to go. Winner of this one taking on Sneed State tomorrow. Coastal North already knows who they play tomorrow. It'll be MMI, a team that knocked them off in double OT. Out of bounds off of Reid State. Aaron Brown, a hard tumble. A little slow getting up. There is a trainer on staff, and she may have another patient. As Aaron Brown makes his way to the sidelines. And there is that physical trainer right there. About to 10 to Brown. From the top of the key. The Enterprise State with a 6-point lead. That is as big as it has been in half number one. Trying to launch the three from the corner. No good for Mallory. Finally just taking control of the horns was Womack. He just reached in and demanded it. And you got a foul call on Womack, apparently hooked the defender. And Womack will pick up his second personal. Fed into the paint to Profit, taken away by the Boll Weevils. Rouse make that gainer on the other end of the floor. And the Boll Weevils stretch it out to 8. Mallory just outside the paint, inside the paint, feeds outside of the paint to Profit. Loose ball, Hill retrieves. And is Gainer with it. Top side give to Burton. Handing over to Harrison. Harris with a miss. Underneath, bang, a little bit short for Dudley. Got it back and rattles it in. Trying to zip it down low to Harris and taking the other way. And the timeout on the floor. 7:35 left to play in the first. Coach Jermaine Williams. A little heated, a little hot. Big game. Up by 6. Little lady enjoying her basketball here at the University of Bonneville. 23-17. Enterprise State lead. $7:35 to go in the half. Dean Myrick at halftime. Hey, have I mentioned subscribing to our YouTube channel, by the way? If I haven't, let me do that now. Got to go. By midnight tomorrow night, which is the official end of February, we want to be at 6,000 subscribers. And I think we need like 60-something. Hill from the corner. And he'll drop in another three. So somewhere nearby, there should be a subscribe button. If you will click on it, you do not know how happy you'll make us. So by midnight tomorrow night, I mean, if you're not going to do it right now, we'd love for you to, but if you don't, before midnight tomorrow night, help us grow the community. It needs to be bigger. Heck, it could be 60,000 and it needs to be bigger. Gainer with a drive, drawing the foul. Gainer going to the strike. Gainer, a 77% free throw shooter, 12 points a game. That is best on the team. There are two double-digit scorers, and obviously he's one of them. As a team, a 68% free throw shooter, or shooting team. A 9-point lead. Biggest lead of the game, 6:33 left in the half. Gainer giving it over to Finch. Finch launching an air ball. And we have got a photographer who nearly got stepped on or either dinged by the air ball. Mallory working it down low. Out front with the give, into the paint, then into the corner. Mallory back out front to Profit. Pull-up jumper for Dudley, off the rim. And there was a foul right there in front of the official. Foul committed by Caustic. Who will the Parsons play tomorrow? Enterprise State or Reid State? Into the paint. Jones swatted away, able to get it back. Goes over to Hill. Back to Gainer to Finch. Says, here's how you compensate for an air ball. And the lead goes to double digits at 10. Mallory in traffic, loose ball, and the referee's whistle. Mo Weevils to put it in play from the baseline on the opposite end of the floor. I think Gainer spent the bulk of his time on that end of the floor explaining some situation to the official. Basically going, you need to look for this. Hill able to get it back to Gainer. Fed down low, off the glass for Harris. Stolen away. Jones couldn't get it to drop. in the corner, the three. Misfiring is Kostick. Turnaround Jay, popping it is Jones. A 13-point lead. Paul Weevils with a timeout on the floor at the 4:17 mark. Is there ever a shot of Dean Myrie, the commissioner of the ACCC, when he's not working? I mean, he's on that phone, on that computer. Of course, it could be playing video games. Might not be work-related, although I'm thinking it probably is. .417 to go in the half. Reid State finds themselves down by 14. Halftime, Dean Myrie coming up. Kind of another final score, by the way. In softball, Coastal South knocking off Meridian College. Second of two. Won at 8-zip and 5. So I think that means Coastal South has won 12 in a row. Back out front to Profit. Williams with it, working it left side. And he'll knock it off the glass. Gaynor giving into the paint. Leaning in is Harris. Jones lost it. Profit behind the back with a dribble. And a foul committed by, could be Gaynor. Let's see. Nope, it'll be Finch. Finch picking up his first. So Profit knocking down the first of two. A 75% free throw shooter, 17 points a game, 4 double-digit scores on average on this Reid State squad. But he is the guy who does the most damage per game at 17.8. Gaynor into the paint, leans in off the glass for two. Profit giving outside of the arc. That was Dudley with a miss. As we get inside 3 minutes to play in the half. Walked out front. Gaynor, the Mariana product. He'll bank it. Mariana is Chipola country. But Gaynor opting for Enterprise State. And Profit drawing the foul of Braylon Jones. Rebound wrapped up by Finch. And it'll be tipped out of bounds by Keontae Williams. Williams coming back into the ballgame, picked up his second foul relatively early. And had been out since. Gaynor coming out of the game for the Boll Weevils, and checking into the lineup is Slade Grantham. Tipped out of bounds by Brown. Slade Grantham from Troy, Alabama, into the game. And it's Finch with it to Grantham. And you got a walk by Hill. Two minutes left to play in the half. Profit meeting a little Jones resistance in midcourt. Out of the corner comes Williams, and he will put it back in off the miss. Grantham walking it down for the Weevils. It's a Weevil walk, right? Foul called on Profit. That'll be his second. And Grantham going to the line with an opportunity for his first points of the game. Well, I am not sure what the disgruntlement is about, but it is coming from the Reid State bench, and the official literally waving it off as Grantham shoots a 1-and-1. Missed the front end, rebounded by Williams. And a bump down low. Williams bumped from the backside by Harris. And Williams to the stripe as Harris will pick up his first foul. Williams 10 points a game, 69% free throw shooter. Good free throw shooting team in Reid State. As a team, 71%. Tipped out of bounds. Hill did it. Dudley and company keep it. Profit to put it in play. Back out front and goes to Williams. Works it left side, couldn't get it to fall. Hill down with the rebound as we get inside, or at least head that way. A minute away from halftime. 1:03 to be exact. And we have had fouls in the first half. I've never quite understood why the accumulation of fouls that they show on scoreboards ends at 10. But you got 10 Enterprise State fouls and 8 by the Lions. Spin move Profit, fires down low. And is Williams able to bank it off the glass. Finch firing down low. Jones couldn't get it to drop. Williams snagging and giving it to Profit. And the Lions narrowing the gap as we head towards halftime. And yet another infraction. With profit shooting. Reid State averaging 76 a game. Enterprise State the same. So between the two, you're looking for about 152 points tonight. Which means by halftime, you'd want what? About 76 combined. Right now, you've got 71. So we're not far off average where these two teams are concerned. Gainer into the game. Harris coming out for the Boll Weevils. Two seconds remaining. Half number one, Enterprise State trying to set up something that expands this lead a tad more. I say 2 or 3 more. Well, now the clock's been moved to 28.2 and the shot clock to 24. That is a definite difference from 2 seconds, or 2.8 to be exact. So we can put the shot clock back up. Still a factor. Finch giving it to Jones. Gainer with it inside 10 seconds to play in the half. Finch with a miss, wrapped up by Williams. Shoots off the rim, no good, and that gets us to halftime. Enterprise State able to build a double-digit lead at one point, but at the half, just a couple of possessions separate the two, and it's what you would expect between a couple of teams that met twice in the regular season. In one game, a 1-point win. In the other, a 2-point victory. It is halftime. Our conversation with Dean Myrick, the commissioner of the ACCC, coming up.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. Her 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
with Dean Myrie, the commissioner of the ACCC, getting ready as we speak. And obviously this is going to be played at halftime of games that have already begun. So we will be in the midst of Division II men's quarterfinal action. Dean, wow, what another great year for the ACCC in basketball. On the women's side, you had to go to a coin toss to determine one of the seedings. That's not the first time, I don't think, but it doesn't happen often.
It's been the first time in a while. Yeah, we just had a lot more parity this year, especially on the women's side. Even on the D1 side, I believe it's going to come down to a coin flip on seeds. So, which is good. On the men's side, on the women's side, it's already determined the 6 teams. But, yeah, parity's a good thing.
We are here at the University of Montevallo. First trip inside the McChesney Student Activity Center. I love the facility.
It's nice. It's a good size for us and a little bit more centrally located, I guess you could put it that way. So, but no, they've been good to work with, and luckily they were on the road today and Saturday, so that worked out well for us.
Now, was this the first of a multi-year agreement, or?
No, it's a 1 year, which makes it difficult because they don't know their schedules, until their conference schedules come out. So, yeah, everything, and it makes it difficult, like I said, being on a 1 year deal. But, that's something we're going to have to look at in the future. So, yeah, it's getting more and more difficult to find these neutral site facilities. So we're in discussion now with the city of Montgomery for D1 and D2 because this will be the last year at UAH for Division I. So we're in the market for 2 tournaments, which it's not easy to find, especially this time of year because, the 4 years are still in season, so you're at the mercy of their conference schedule. So we'll make something happen, though.
I love the choice, though. I love this venue. I love the atmosphere. I love the campus. I mean, it's just a great part of the state. Last year it was at Bishop State. So, and not to take anything away from Bishop, but that being part of the ACCC, it didn't maybe feel quite as exclusive club type mentality.
It didn't.
But now you're here, and it's got that feel.
It does, and the neutral site games are nice, but there's a lot of logistics that people don't realize, whether it's finding an announcer or a scorebook keeper, or they use Wilson balls, so we have to use Spalding, so we have to go find balls, and so it's difficult logistically figuring all that out versus being on a campus where it's already there. So I've even thought about, do we have our D1 tournament on a D2 campus, one of our D2 campuses, and vice versa. But, obviously we want the neutral site, and, we'll see what comes up from Montgomery and go from there.
Where this particular tournament is concerned, how did Montevallo become the option for?
I just started looking at schedules and like who's off this week or who's away this week. We looked at Faulkner, but they're the practice site for the Southern States Conference, and AUM is at home, and Alabama State, and so Montevallo's away. Pick up the phone and call the AD and say, hey, back, and they were willing. So same thing for UAH, and so we, knock on wood, it worked out this year. So, but again, it's a 1 year deal, and you start doing the same thing for next year. But we'll figure something out.
Now, in the past, you've given me the okay to ask any question I did not ask you prior to the interview. Do I still have that leeway?
You do. I have the leeway not to answer, too, though. But
well, I just know that there has been, we've talked about it in years gone by, about the ACCC and the branding aspect. Has there been any movement where that's concerned?
There's actually been a lot of movement. Still don't know a name. We will release that the end of July at our AD meeting and coaches meeting, the big one we have. So, we contracted with a third-party company, and we've had a ton of phone calls and meetings, and We've had presidents and ADs involved in that, and so we're at the point now they will send us suggestions based on those interviews with coaches and athletic directors and things that they have researched. So it's we're heavy into it, and it's been difficult. It's not as easy as just spitting out a name, and you want something that mirrors our conference, what we're about, ideals, what we look to do. And so we're trying to find something, or they're trying to find something, that fits what we're about.
Does that mean a name change is coming, or I'm assuming the president still had the flexibility of rejecting any recommendation?
It will be an expensive rejection if they do. No, we'll have a new name. Obviously it's not going to be something that everyone may agree with, and that's fine. But it's got to be something that we're all comfortable with, whatever it is, and to help us market, not only us but the schools and so on and so forth. So it's been a fun process, but it's been a tedious process, and it's not. They, just to give a quick example, they sent us. We had a meeting, and they brought forth, I think it was 10 names just off the cuff, and we were like, nah, none of them. So,
back to the drawing board.
Back to the drawing board. So it's difficult but fun, because you find out a lot about, what. The thing that helped me the most was hearing, that's the first time ever we've had ADs and presidents together. And it was very, especially from the presidential side, what they think of us, what they think we can be, what they want us to be. So that was very refreshing to hear their side of it. And they want some big things. I'm like, I do too. But we know with big things comes a little bit of money. But it's been a great process.
Well, let me say kudos to you and to the presidents as well, because you have had a progressive mentality. I don't think there's a bigger conference in the country in junior college athletics than the ACCC would consider all the different sports and schools involved. Maybe there is, but I'm not familiar.
They're bigger ones. No one's grown like we have. I mean, since 2021, we've added 80 teams.
Wow.
4 members, which is good. Obviously flag football is our next big thing coming up in the fall, which is blown up in a good way. That's going to be extraordinary. So, but yeah, we're just trying to keep up and help everyone out. But yeah, our presidents have been great with their support and all they're helping us do.
Let me spring one on you. There are all kinds of cuts going on right now, federally funding-wise. Does that have any impact at the junior college level?
So far, no. The state of Alabama, from a budget standpoint, has been really good. Now, there may be some listeners like, no, it's not. But overall, from a 2-year college, now I'm not speaking on behalf of the system. I'm just, what I see and what I think, it's been very good. And our chancellor has been, just awesome and with that. So we're fortunate. I hope it doesn't stop, but we're in a good position right now.
I'm going to let you go a little bit early. Folks who do not know, we're just prior to the game getting this recorded, and you are extremely busy. And right now, as I look at the clock, it's 12 minutes to 10. So I guess we better let you go and enjoy what you do behind the scenes for D2.
It's been good. The whole D1, D2 thing has done exactly what it was intended to do. So, 2 days we'll crown a champion and move on to D1 next week.
Dean Myrie, the commissioner of the ACC, our guest at halftime.
frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Everybody, welcome back. Half number 2. One of these two teams advancing into the semifinals, the other wrapping up their year. And at this particular point, no clear indication as to who. Or maybe my English teacher would say whom. I'm not sure which never was very good in the English department. Going to the stripe is Burton. So a quick foul, and really that's kind of a continuation of the first half. We had plenty of first half fouls. Burton from Lithonia, as in Georgia. And that's the United States, Georgia community. I think it's up in the Atlanta area. Drops in both. Ball Weevils had a double-digit lead in the first half. Saw it trimmed to 6 at halftime by Reid State. Now trying to rebuild the advantage, nearly taken away. But Reid State able to get it back and then give it back. Rouse has got it. Rouse, Hill, Jones, Burton. And let's see, that last remaining member of the starting 5 for the second half is Womack. Meanwhile, the quintet on the floor for Reid State includes Dudley, Prophet, Williams. Looks like you have got Mallory. And let's see who that last remaining Lion is. He got a timeout on the floor. And that'll be the other Williams, Jermaine. Good start in the second half for the Boll Weevils, pushing it out to a 12-point lead. Just sisterly love. Here at the University of Montevallo at the McChesney Student Center. And a quick start in the second half for the Boll Weevils. Turning a 6-point lead into a 12-point advantage. Doubling that lead in the span of less than 90 seconds. And prompting a Reid State timeout. Williams across the mid part of the floor gives to Mallory. No ladies action today. There are fewer ladies teams in the ACCC. So as a result, only 4 qualify for the conference tournament, whereas on the men's side it is 6. But the ladies basketball will begin tomorrow in Chat Valley and Coastal Alabama North, Sneed State and Wallace-Selma. So in reality, of all the spots available tomorrow, 8 total, 7 have been determined. It is that 8th spot that we're not sure about yet. And both of these teams trying to claim that spot and get a chance to play Sneed State tomorrow. Sneed State wound up the 2 seed. And top-seeded Coastal Alabama North already knows the opponent. It will be MMI. A couple of teams that battled during the regular season. Last conference loss for Coastal North, the top seed, was to MMI in double OT. Loose ball. Hill didn't know it was nearby. And you got to jump on the possession arrow. We'll keep it on this end of the floor. Well, a busy day of sports about to wrap up. The only thing left is this one in Wallace-Selma and LBW. And LBW has finished their first of 2, so they are into the nightcap there as well. So Bishop State in baseball sweeping a doubleheader from North. Coastal South in softball sweeping a doubleheader from Meridian College. LBW won their first game against Wallace-Selma, trying to sweep. And in our first quarterfinal here, it was MMI knocking off Chat Valley, 60-50. Fed into the corner to Williams. Goes to the opposite corner to the other Williams. Off the rim. Out of bounds and last got Mallory. I mentioned Mallory from Greenville High School. Greenville High School is also the school that produced the guy that used to play for the Packers. I think he's with Detroit now, Smith, the defensive lineman. Dropped in by Rouse. Into the corner to Dudley. Dudley off the rim for 3. Rebounded by Profit. And he'll be able to sneak it over the rim. Turn it into a 10-point game. Fed down low to Womack. Womack trying to bank it off the glass. Dudley able to snag the rebound. Out of the corner, Mallory puts it up from outside of the paint. Loose ball retrieved by Burton. Williams on the other end of the floor lays it up and in. And Reid stayed inside that 10. And a timeout on the floor asked for by Enterprise State. 15:09 left to play. Just doing his job, taking some pictures here on the campus of the University of Montevallo. This is the first time I have been on campus. I've been by the campus previously. Gorgeous place, though. You're thinking about a school to attend. I want to consider Montevallo part of the Gulf South Conference. We do some work with the Gulf South Conference. Their championships in indoor track and field just recently, as a matter of fact. And I think our next work with them will be maybe lacrosse, followed by softball and baseball. Rouse giving it over to Jones. Back to Rouse and then Hill. Into the paint, fed outside of the arc, 3 en route, off the rim. And let's see if Jones got his hand around the neck of the Lion, still on the floor. That's Aaron Brown. Aaron Brown's been banged up today. As a matter of fact, has already paid the trainer a visit. And I don't know if that was a come get me or a thumbs up. I think that was a thumbs up that he's okay. And Mallory's down again. So Mallory will literally hobble to the line to shoot a couple of free throws after the foul by Womack, his third in the game. Aaron Brown, a 57% free throw shooter, averaging about 3 points a game. And he'll go 1 of 2. Into the corner to Hill, puts up the 3. Rimmed it in and out. Williams with the rebound. Handed to Dudley. Prophet working his way into the paint. Loses his footing, ball out of bounds, and it will be Enterprise State ball. In a 7-point game, 14 to go. Rouse feeding into the corner. Jones back and goes to Rouse. Brief look into the corner by Jones. You got a couple of Jones on Enterprise State and a couple of Williams on Reid State. As that will go out of bounds and belong to the Lions. Williams bumped and lost it. And the bump is going to create a foul. Jones with the personal. And that is 3 on Jones. And it'll have Jones coming out of the game. Burton getting back in for Enterprise State. In play to Brown, given to Williams, Prophet. Before the shot there is a foul committed by Dudley. And that'll be 3 on Dudley. Well, with the litany of first half fouls and the continuation of fouling in half number 2, good possibility everybody that started the game won't finish it. Hill finishes it off. Turns it into a 9-point Enterprise State lead. And Burton gets knocked down on the other end of the floor. Burton, the 6'5" redshirt freshman. Missing the first of 2. A 70% free throw shooter. And again, a good free throw shooting Enterprise State team at 69%. Rouse from the charity stripe. Out of bounds off the Lions. Tomorrow we start things a little earlier, a noon start. And we'll stay a little later. Got a 6 p.m. last game. And that is because obviously we have added to the schedule. Got 2 ladies games to go along with the 2 men. Jones for 2. Lead at 11. Given to Prophet. Working his way to the charity stripe. Over to Williams, spin move in the paint. And you're going to have apparently another Burton foul. At least he's the guy that reacted. And he is indeed the guy that picks up the personal, his 3rd. So a lot of 3-time foulers in the game. And Burton, the last of which currently. Put in play to Rouse. Kostick into the game for Reid State. Given to Hill, back to Rouse. Still a lot of time to go in a 9-point game. This is junior college basketball. Anything could change in the course of nearly 12 minutes. Got a walk by Jones. Timeout on the floor, 9-point Enterprise State lead. Reid State, the 5 seed, nowhere close to out of it. With 11:45 left. .45 left to play. University of Bottomado. I think it was about an $11 million project that put this in place. Home of the Falcons of the University of Williams into the corner. Dudley missing from the corner on the 3 try. And it's Profit for 3, and he will drop it in, taking a third off the lead. Rouse with a pull-up from outside of the paint. And Jones had it. We'll assume he's the guy fouled. Well, let's see if it is Jones who will be shooting. It appears that way. And Dudley has picked up his 4th personal. Dudley, despite the 4 personals, staying in the game. And as a matter of fact, he's the gentleman with the basketball out front. Into the corner to Williams. Williams out of the corner. Into the paint, leans in, left hand. Couldn't get it to drop in. Rebounded by Womack. Hill with an air ball. Out of the corner, Dudley lost into the paint, able to get it back. He will draw the foul and shoot with 10:27 to go. Hey, a reminder to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're trying to get to 6,000 by tomorrow night, by the end of the month. Came into the day, I think, needing 75. And last I checked, we were right about 60. So we picked up about 15 or so today. Thank you very much. Looks like we're at 59 now. Need 59 more to reach 6,000. So if you've already subscribed, thank you. If you haven't, if you could. If you got 2 YouTube accounts, or 2, heck, sign up twice. That probably doesn't sound right, right? I mean, it's not about, you know, whether it's, would it be ethical? I think, heck, we don't care. We just want subscribers. It could be 2 or 3. Same one, 2 accounts. Okay, maybe that's not a good idea. Just, hey, subscribe if you haven't. And we will thank you in advance. Inside 10 to go. 53-47 game, 6-point contest. And again, every time when it looks like Enterprise State has started to pull away, then Reid State starts reclaiming some of that gap. And have trimmed it to a 6-point game. Given to Williams. And that'll be thrown behind Profit. Nine and a half to go. Rouse with it. I checked that Gaynor. Gaynor bringing it down the floor and gives over to Jones. Well, Rouse got a touch, though. Maybe that was a premonition. Back over to Rouse. Rouse top of the key. Into the paint. Into the corner. Off with a Jones 3. One hour and 24 minutes into the ball game. And still 9:09 to go. Rouse with it. Back into the ball game is Jones. Jones had come out after picking up his 3rd foul, but he is back in now as we get inside 9. And another 4 Fowler. This time it is Kostick. Kostick picking up his 4th. Gaynor with a miss. Rebounded by Dudley. Profit looking at the perimeter too. Dipped it in and out. Finch with a rebound. Over into the corner to Jones. And that is splashed in from just inside the arc. Profit rattling it in. And he will get fouled as well. Has an opportunity for 3. And a chance to make it a 5-point game. Womack a little bit strong. Kostick with a rebound and then a foul. And was there extra mixed in? Was there a T? No, apparently not. Saw a little interaction that made me think maybe, but no. 8 minutes to go. Timeout on the floor. 55-50. Ball Weevils on top in a quarterfinal ACCC men's matchup.
Just about all Wayne Jones County. Diving catch it, shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Craps got it. Long throw over, and he got it.
That is Chuck Taylor, Coastal Alabama North head basketball coach, number 1 seeded team in the tournament. Not going to be playing either one of these teams tomorrow, but should they win, then they might be on Saturday. So coach and team scoping out the Lions and the Boll Weevils. Well, you talk about parity this year in the conference. I mean, though, Coastal North dominant from the standpoint of 14-2. Snead State right there with them at, 12-3, 13-3. But both of those teams, 1 and 2, had losses to teams that didn't even make it. Snead State lost to LBW. Coastal North lost to Bevel State. And then where Snead State is concerned, their other 2 losses in the conference came to Coastal North. Coastal North's other loss in the conference came to MMI. So it's just not cut and dried, even if you're a 1 or a 6. If you're made in the shade or if you're out of it. Back out front to Womack. Gaynor had to force it. Got rim, but it got into the hands of the Lions. So rim and the possibility of more on the shot clock irrelevant. Dudley for 3. Lions have trimmed it to a 2-point game. Offensive charge to Jones. An opportunity for Reid State to tie or take the lead. Dudley with a miss, rebounded by Williams. Another opportunity missed. Into the corner to Dudley. Off the rim with a 3 try. Third time not the charm. And it'll be the Boll Weevils with the basketball. They'll go back court. Two-point lead, 6:09 to play. Enterprise State won by 1 in the regular season. Reid State won by 2. By the way, fellas, I mean, we love basketball, but you can wrap it up in regulation if you would like. Kostick. Giving to Profit. Profit looking at a perimeter 2 instead. Give goes to Williams. Back to Profit, who will shoot for 3 off the rim. Kostick with a rebound. That will drop in. So apparently 6th time the charm. It took 6 tries to get a tie or a lead, but the Lions have got it. I did an OT game last night in Georgia. So I got my OT in for the week. And I'm good with, getting this done in 40 minutes. And I have a feeling at the moment, so are the Boll Weevils and Lions. Williams with a foul that put Burton at the line, and Burton gave the Bull Weevils the lead back. That'll go back court. You don't see it that often. We've seen it twice in the span of about 60 seconds. And it'll be Bull Weevil basketball. In play to Burton, then handed to Gaynor. Julian Finch in. Gaynor with the drive, Gaynor with a bucket. Bull Weevils with a 3-point lead. Into the corner to Williams. Williams, an air ball on the 3 try, but it winds up in Kostick's hands. And Kostick will get fouled. So Kostick shooting in a 61-58 game. Inside 5 minutes to play. Well, where I'm situated, I guess far more than often, I am able to hear some of the verbiage from the fans to umpire. So a little gnawing going on. Got a lane violation. In play to Gaynor. Back over goes to Finch to Gaynor. Hey, one other reminder, you want to subscribe to our premium channel. That gives you access to any game we've done and unlimited downloads for an entire year. Burton with a miss. Given over to Dudley, who's been playing for about 8 minutes now with 4 personals. Misfires on the 3, seeking to tie it up. Gaynor to Finch. And you got to reach by Burton, I think. Let's see if that's the foul that's been called as Burton stays on the floor. I was trying to think in my mind, is that what prostate is? Prostate on the floor? Or maybe it's, okay, maybe I shouldn't go there because I'll get all the terminology discombobulated and it will mean or come out as something that is totally not what I meant. 3:39 to play. 3-point Bull Weevil lead. I had to look it up, and it's prostrate. He was prostrate on the floor. I've never used the term in sports coverage before. I was trying some new stuff out. I probably should have left it alone. 3:39 to go, 61-58. Bull Weevil lead. Night beginning to fall, and these windows that provide an awful lot of natural light now relying pretty much exclusively on artificial lighting. Williams shooting, the freshman from Leesburg. Reid State with Alabama, Florida, and Texas represented on their roster. In play to Rouse in a 1-point game. Enterprise State with Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Louisiana. All part of their roster. Given over to Rouse. Rouse working it down low, floats into the glass. And there is a foul and a player on the floor, seated and now standing. Womack going to the line after the personal on Mallory, his first of the game. Well, I'm not sure what has just transpired, but well, I don't know what happened, except that seemingly from my vantage point is that they removed a couple of players, including the guy who was at the line, and that was Womack. But again, I'm up here, they're down there. Maybe it was something that was totally unrelated to what it appeared. But definitely Womack was headed to the line. And Rouse finished it up. But of course, the antithesis to that was the disgruntlement on the part of Reid State, which they wouldn't be disgruntled if Womack came out. Into the corner to Mallory, and Mallory will step out of bounds. In play to Jones. Rouse with it out front. Brings it to the left side, into the paint, draws a lot of attention, banks it off the glass. And the Boll Weevils by 5 with 2:21 to go. Shot down low to Williams, back to Mallory. That is Dudley for 3, off the rim. Loose ball retrieved by the Lions, and Profit with a miss. In play to Gaynor, and Gaynor gets fouled. Gainer from Mariana. We talked about it earlier. I'm assuming Mariana High School, which would make him, if my memory serves me correct, a Bulldog as a prep player. Ball wheel collegiately. Into the paint, Williams. Foul by Hill. That'll be the first foul on Hill. And Williams trying to turn it into a one-possession game. One more from Williams. And it is a three-point contest put in play to Gainer. Seconds left. Gainer with a drive, lays it up and in. Taking advantage of the fact that Dudley's got 4 and didn't want to pick up his 5th and come out of the game. Dudley with a drive, leans in, couldn't get it to fall. Yeah, he did, dropped it in. Back over to Gainer. One possession ball game, and the possession now in the hands of the Lions. 51 seconds remaining. Williams, Euro step in the foul and a chance to tie. So Jamarian Williams with a chance to make it 67 each. Big free throw for the Leesburg, Florida 6'9" freshman. It is 67 each. Rouse over to Gainer. Back it goes to Rouse. Jones in and out. Reid State wants a win or overtime. And you've got a timeout on the floor with 8 seconds left to play. Well, that is Womack who came out of the ball game. That is the trainer chatting with Womack. And he certainly appeared at some point to be distraught, but looking better now. With 8 seconds left to play in the game. And Reid State looking to win it. Enterprise State probably at this point hoping for OT. I mean, there's always the possibility of a steal, a foul. I mean, a lot can happen in 8 seconds. But you anticipate Reid State taking the last shot of the half or make that of the game in regulation and getting the win or going to the extra stanza. It's splashed in, but with 1.8 remaining. Is that time to get to the other end of the floor and get a decent shot? Those guys hope not. What a bucket by Williams. Is Reid State a tick away from the quarterfinals? We'll know when we return. Officially 1.8 seconds remaining. Our clock indicates 1, but there's nearly an additional second. Finch is going to try to get it, I would assume, to relatively close. There you go. Off the side of the backboard, and the ball game is over. Reid State pulling off the tournament's first upset. A 69-67 win over Enterprise State. And that will bring day number 1 to a close. And obviously you can see the scoreboard already at goose eggs. Everybody ready to shut it down, take it to the house. Big win for Reid State. Doesn't matter about that sub 500 overall mark. It's how you fare when you get here. And they've won and move on. They have got Snead State tomorrow. Coastal Alabama North will take on MMI, who won the opening quarterfinal game tonight. And, of course, tomorrow we have the ladies' semifinals starting at noon. Thanks so much for watching. You want to do this again? Let's try it tomorrow at 12 o'clock. See you then. Don't forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. Still got Wallace, Selma, and LBW playing baseball tonight if you want to check that out on JockJive. Art Gilmore on the call. See you tomorrow here for the ACCC and JockJive. I'm Robert Williamson. So long, everybody.